Today is day 50 of our 365-day Bible read. I have a water stain on my shirt. It should dry by the end of this. But yes, today is day 50. 50 days we've been opening our Bible and reading it. This is so beautiful. So happy Labor Day weekend, and we're going to hop right into this Bible reading today and study because I'm getting this done while my babies are eating in there. So I want to make sure we have enough time. So today we're going to be reading. We're starting our fourth book of the Old Testament, which is Numbers. We finished Leviticus yesterday, so this is so exciting. But we're starting Numbers today. We're going to read Numbers chapters 1 and chapter 2, and then we're going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapter 1 and 2, and then we're going to go on over to the New Testament and read Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21, and we're not going to do the Bible study for Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21. We'll wait until we finish Mark chapter 3 tomorrow by reading verse 23 through, I think it goes to 46, 23 through, 22 through 35. So yes, tomorrow we'll finish Mark chapter 3 by reading verse 22 through 35. So yes, and then we'll do the Bible study for the entire chapter 3 of Mark tomorrow. So yes, let's get started. Numbers chapter 1. A census of Israel's warriors. The Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tent of meeting on the first day of the second month in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, "Take a census of all the congregation of the people of Israel, by clans, by fathers' houses, according to the number of names, every male head by head, from 20 years old and upward, all in Israel who are able to go to war, all in Israel who are able to go to war. You and Aaron shall list them, company by company, and there shall be with you, and there shall be with you, sorry. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. Okay. All in Israel who are able to go to war, you and Aaron shall list them, company by company, and there shall be with you a man from each tribe, each man being the head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men who shall assist you. From Reuben, Elazar the son of Shedeur. From Simeon, Shilemion the son of Zurashadi. From Judah, Nahshon the son of Amminadab. From Issachar, Nathaniel the son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab the son of Helon. From the sons of Joseph, from Ephraim, Elishama the son of Amidhud. And from Manasseh, Gamaliel the son of Pedazur. From Benjamin, Abidan the son of Gideoni. From Dan, Ahazar the son of Ammishaddai. From Asher, Pagiel the son of Achran. From Gad, Elisaph the son of Deuel. From Naphtali, Ahira the son of Enan. These were the ones chosen from the congregation, the chiefs of their ancestral tribes, the heads of the clans of Israel. Moses and Aaron took these men who had been named, and on the first day of the second month they assembled the whole congregation together, who registered themselves by clans, by fathers' houses, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, head by head. as the Lord commanded Moses. So he listed them in the wilderness of Sinai. The people of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Reuben were 46,500. Of the people of Simeon, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, those of them who were listed according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Simeon were 59,300. Of the people of God, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of God, were 45,650. Of the people of Judah, their generations, by their clans, sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry. Okay. Of the people of Judah, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Judah were 74,600. Of the people of Issachar, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400. Of the people of Zebulun, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Zebulun were 57,400. Of the people of Joseph, namely of the people of Ephraim, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses. Oh, no, Francesca. No, Mama's reading this. Sorry. Their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Ephraim were 40,500. Of the people of Manasseh, their generations, by their clans, by their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Of the people of Benjamin, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. Of the people of Dan, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Dan were 62,700. Of the people of Asher, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Asher were 41,500. Of the people of Naphtali, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Naphtali were 53,400. These are those who were listed, whom Moses and Aaron listed with the help of the chiefs of Israel. 12 men, each representing his father's house. So all those listed of the people of Israel by their fathers' houses, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war in Israel. All those listed were 603,550. Levites exempted. But the Levites were not listed along with them by their ancestral tribe. For the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Only the tribe of Levi you shall not list, and you shall not take a census of them among the people of Israel, but appoint the Levites over the tabernacle. Appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony and over all its furnishings, and over all of its furnishings, and over all that belongs to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it and shall camp around the tabernacle. When the tabernacle is to set out, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And if any outsider comes near, he shall be put to death. The people of Israel shall pitch their tents by camp, and each man by his own standard. But the Levites shall camp around the tabernacle of the testimony, so that there may be no wrath on the congregation of the people of Israel. And the Levites shall keep guard over the tabernacle of the testimony. Thus did the people of Israel. They did according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. Numbers chapter 2. Arrangement of the camp. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, The people of Israel shall camp each by his own standard, with the banners of their fathers' houses. They shall camp facing the tent of meeting on every side. Those to camp on the east side toward the sunrise shall be of the standard of the camp of Judah by their companies. The chief of the people of Judah being Nahshon, the son of Amminadab. His company as listed being 74,600. Francesca, Mama is reading. I'm reading. Those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Issachar. The chief of the people of Issachar being Nathaniel, the son of Zur, his company as listed being 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun, the chief of the people of Zebulun, being Eliab, the son of Helon, his company as listed being 57,400. All those listed of the camp of Judah by their companies were 186,400. They shall set out first on the march. On the south side shall be standard of the camp of Reuben by their companies. The chief of the people of Reuben being Elazar, the son of Shedar, his company as listed being 46,500. And those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Simeon. The chief of the people of Simeon being Shelemiel, the son of Zurishaddai. His company as listed being 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, the chief of the people of Gad, the chief of the people of Gad being Elisaph, the son of Reuel, his company as listed being 45,650. All those listed of the camp of Reuben by their companies were 151,450. They shall set out second. Then the tent of meeting shall set out with the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camps. As they camp, so shall they set out each in position, standard by standard. On the west side shall be the standard of the camp of Ephraim. By their companies, the chief of the people of Ephraim being Elishama, the son of Ammihud, his company as listed being 40,500. And next to him shall be the tribe of Manasseh, the chief of the people of Manasseh being Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur, his company as listed being 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, the chief of the people of Benjamin being Abidan, the son of Gideoni, his company as listed being 35,400. All those listed of the camp of Ephraim by their companies were 108,100. They shall set out third on the march. On the north side shall be the standard of the camp of Dan by their companies, the chief of the people of Dan being Ahazar, the son of Amshadai, his company as listed being 62,700. And those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Asher, the chief of the people of Asher being Pagiel, the son of Akron, his company as listed being 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, the chief of the people of Naphtali, being Ahira, the son of Enan, his company as listed being 53,400. All those listed of the camp of Dan were 157,600. They shall set out last, standard by standard. These are the people of Israel as listed by their fathers' houses. All those listed in the camps by their companies were 603,550. But the Levites were not listed among the people of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses. Thus did the people of Israel according to all that the Lord commanded Moses. So they camped by their standards, and so they set out each one in his clan according to his father's house. All right, so that was Numbers chapters 1 and 2. We just started Numbers today, so we finished Leviticus yesterday. That's very, very exciting. So we just started our fourth book of the Bible today, of the Old Testament. Our fourth book of the Old Testament today, Numbers. And so we're going to do the Bible study now for Numbers chapter 1 and 2. You okay? We're going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapters 1 and 2 now, and then we'll go on over to the New Testament, and we'll read Mark, which, yes, we're on our second book of the New Testament now. So So yes, we're going to read Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21. And we're not going to do the Bible study for that today. We're going to wait until tomorrow once we finish Mark chapter 3 by reading verse 23 through 35. I'm sorry, 22 through 35. And then we'll do the Bible study for the entire Mark chapter 3 tomorrow once we finish. Is that funny? Okay, so let's get started with the Bible study for Numbers chapter 1 and 2. Are you gonna let Mama get through this? You keep dropping it. All right. Numbers chapter 1, Bible study. Here, you want to get it? You get it. Ooh, here. Okay, I had to put my baby down. She was eating, and once she was done eating, she wanted me. Okay, so here we go. Numbers chapter 1 Bible study. It's actually only 3 questions. So, Numbers chapter 1 Bible study. Why was Moses to take a census of males 20 years old and older? Moses was to number all males 20 years old and above who were able to go to war. How many were numbered? 603,550 males 20 years old and above who were able to go to war. Why were the Levites not numbered? The Levites were selected by God to do his work in the tabernacle. All right, so that was the Bible study for what we read today of Numbers chapter 1. So we're now going to do the Bible study for Numbers chapter 2, which is only 1 question. Numbers chapter 2 Bible study. How was Moses to arrange the tribes? Moses was to arrange the tribes in 4 groups, 3 tribes in each group. 1 group north, 1 group south, 1 group east, and 1 group west. Okay, that was the Bible study for Numbers chapter 2. Now we're going to go on over to the New Testament and read Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21. And no Bible study for that today until we finish tomorrow by reading Mark chapter 3, verse 22 through 35. And I am following the year reading Bible schedule from esv.org if you wanted to look ahead. And I started at January. That way we can start at the beginning of the Old Testament and read straight through in order, and the beginning of the beginning of the Old Testament and read straight through in order, in the beginning of the New Testament and read straight through in order also. So, so now we are in our second book of the New Testament. So we're going to read Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21. And ESV.org, they split the chapters of the New Testament up from certain books. They split them up in 2 because there's more books of the Old Testament than the New Testament. And for this entire year, they want us to be able to read some of the Old Testament and some of the New Testament every day. So, yes. Okay, Mark chapter 3. Mark chapter 3, a man with a withered hand. Again, he entered the synagogue, and a man was there with a withered hand. And they watched Jesus to see whether he would heal them on the Sabbath, so that they might accuse him. And he said to the man with the withered hand, "Come here." And he said to them, "Is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do harm, to save a life or to kill?" But they were silent, and he looked around at them with anger, grieved at their hardness of heart, and said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was restored. The Pharisees went out and immediately held counsel with the Herodians against him, how to destroy him. A great crowd follows Jesus. Jesus withdrew with his disciples to the sea, and a great crowd followed from Galilee and Judah, and Jerusalem, and Idumea, and from beyond the Jordan, and from around Tyre and Sidon. When the great crowd heard all that he was doing, they came to him, and he told his disciples to have a boat ready for him because of the crowd, lest they crush him. For he had healed many, so that all who had diseases pressed around him and touch him. And whenever the unclean spirits saw him, they fell down before him and cried out, "You are the Son of God." And he strictly ordered them not to make him known. The 12 apostles. And he went up on the mountain. No, Francesca. No. I'm trying to get the ball. Mama will get it in a minute. Okay. And he went, the 12 apostles. And he went up on the mountain and called to him those whom he desired. And they came to him. And he appointed 12, whom he also named apostles, so that they might be with him, and he might send them out to preach, and have authority to cast out demons. He appointed the 12, Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, the brother of James, to whom he gave the name Boanerges. To whom he gave the name Boanerges, that is, sons of thunder. Andrew and Philip, a Bartholomew, and Matthew and Thomas and James, the son of Alphaeus, and Thaddeus and Simon and Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Then he went home, and the crowd gathered again, so that they could not even eat. And when his family heard it, they went out to seize him, for they were saying, "He is out of his mind." Anyways, so that was, good job. So that was Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21. And we're not going to do the Bible study for that. We're going to wait until tomorrow when we finish Mark chapter 3 by reading verse 22 through 35. And yes. So just a quick recap of what we did today. We read, we started the 4th book of the Old Testament now. We finished Leviticus yesterday. So today we started Numbers, and we read Numbers chapters 1 and chapter 2, and then we did the Bible study for Numbers chapter 1 and chapter 2, and then we went on over to the New Testament, and we read Mark chapter 3, verse 1 through 21, and then we're not going to do the Bible study for that until tomorrow, once we finish Mark chapter 3 by reading verse 22 through 35. So yes, I am following the year reading Bible schedule from esv.org, and if you wanted to look ahead, also, yes, that is day 50. We made it to 50 days of opening our Bible daily and reading it. That is so beautiful. We are doing it, and you'll hurt yourself. So yes, so I'm so excited for us on our journey. We are getting through. So yeah, we finished 3 books of the Old Testament, and we just started our 4th book of the Old Testament today, Numbers. So we're reading in order, and of the New Testament, we're reading in order, and we finished Matthew yesterday. And, I'm sorry, not yesterday. We finished Matthew a few days ago, and we're on our second book of the New Testament now, which is Mark. So yes, we're getting through. 50 days are already over. So I'm so proud of us. So yes, God loves you. I love you. You're worthy. You're valuable. You are enough. You're beautiful. You matter. And enjoy your Labor Day weekend, whatever you guys have planned. And yes, enjoy this day. And I love you guys. And yes, so day 50 is over. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 51. Love you guys.